Wow. Round of applause from the live studio audience. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Stack Sats Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Get your popcorn. We're chilling. All this crazy news happening, right? We're going to talk about Swan Bitcoin layoffs. We're going to talk about the ETH ETF. We're going to talk about Biden dropping out of the race. We're going to talk about Trump going to the Bitcoin conference in Nashville this week, or this Saturday, I think. And a bunch of other stuff. All right? I know, it's a little bit different today. But welcome to the show. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Carlos Jaramillo in the house. Thanks for tuning in. Leonard! What up, Leonard? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Stack those likes. Look at that, 2 likes in the house. Get it done. Okay? You guys know I'm kidding, right? I'm not going to talk about all that stuff. We're going to just briefly touch on those things. Only to make the point that all that stuff doesn't even matter. Lots of stuff happening, but the only thing that matters is you just keep stacking. Okay? So if you're waiting for that, that's kind of what we're going to talk about. BTC Backpacker in the house. Round of applause from the live studio audience for BTC Backpacker. Also for Satwise. What up, Satwise? Good to see you in here. Keep calm and stack on, baby. Exactly. Oh, the Democrats are doing this. Oh, the Republicans are doing that. Who cares? There's just 2 heads to the same serpent, guys. It's still the government. It's still the government that's printing money like crazy and debasing your savings if you're not saving in Bitcoin. All right. Let's lower this song, stop the music, and kick things off. Get in the mood. Get in the mood.
Yo. Yeah. Man like Quakes. Yeah.
We're gonna start the show today with a little dance party.
2023. Yeah. Gonna DCA to BTC, bro. Yeah.
The party of orange. Let's go.
Yo, DCA to BTC, DCA to BTC, monthly, weekly, daily, finna, DCA to BTC, GBP, USD, I DCA to BTC, my TZS, I made it blessed, I DCA to BTC, cause every single year, I keep losing spending power, and I can't make it back even if I work double hours, and they tell me
That's
volatility,
That's
what's
it.
that gotta do with me?
That's exactly it, boys. Exactly it. So, let's do the set strength segment, and then we'll continue on with the show. Here we go. Set strength. Today, the price of Bitcoin is $65,856.28. You can buy 1,000. Oh, what's going on with this thing? There it goes. You can buy 1,518 Satoshis for a single dollar. What is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar is made up of 100 cents, a Bitcoin is made up of 100 million Satoshis. Why is that important to highlight every single episode? Because if you're new to Bitcoin, you might be looking at the price of Bitcoin and saying, God dang, $65,000 for one Bitcoin. There's no way I can afford that. But little did you know that you could actually buy Bitcoin in fractions of a Bitcoin. You could buy a Satoshi, right? 1/100th millionth of a Satoshi. Sorry, of a Bitcoin. So today, at the current price of Bitcoin, you could buy 1,518 Satoshis for a single dollar. It's not bad at all, right? Makes things more attainable, right? Don't think that you have to save up to buy a Bitcoin. You actually should be saving in Bitcoin. How like that? Anyway, say you're walking down the street minding your own business, you look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day you'll get 15.19 Satoshis today. The current price of Bitcoin for 1 penny. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Okay. So that is the set strength. All right. Let's jump into the Why We Stack segment. All right, here we go. Why we stack. Yeah, we call it stacking. What do I mean by stacking? If you're new to the show, we stack. We mean we're stacking satoshis. Okay, and like I just said, a satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. So you stack enough satoshis, you get to 100 million satoshis, and you in essence have a whole Bitcoin. Okay, and when you get to 1 Bitcoin, what do? Do you stop stacking? Do you sell that Bitcoin? No, you continue doing what you've been doing. You continue stacking sats, and eventually you'll get to 2 Bitcoin if you're lucky, right? If you're stacking hard enough, and maybe you'll get to 3 Bitcoin down the road. I don't know, right? But the whole point is that there's something better to be doing with your money than stacking sats. Andrew Williams in the house. Good to see you, Andrew. Arrived just in time to see Carlos dance moves. Let's go. Let's go. So we're talking about a lot of different things that are happening in the world right now, or in the U.S. And some things that I want to just talk about real quick. We're not gonna delve too deeply into these topics, but it's all, like I said, get the popcorn out. Yeah, be aware of what's happening, but don't let it affect the way you stack. You should continue to DCA your schedule, right? And all these things are just like distractions that are meant to get you to, I don't know, to lose faith in your stack and to sell, or to get scared and sell at the wrong time only to buy in when it's more expensive. So just keep stacking, stick to your schedule, stick to your amount. If you see an unusual dip like the one caused by the German government selling their 50,000 Bitcoin, instead of freaking out and selling your stack along with them, should be buying some of those cheap sats that they're selling, right? And if you would have done that last couple weeks ago, it was at 50. I think the lowest it got was like 53,000, 54,000. And if you'd have bought sats at that point, you'd be up a lot, right? Well, is it like 10% or something like that? Anyway. It's don't let them scare you out of your stack. Okay, get the popcorn, sit back, enjoy the show, or don't enjoy the show, but don't let them suck you in and convince you to sell your stack. Stack 100,000 and repeat. You'll be a Satoshi millionaire in no time. Then repeat again. Exactly. Satwise knows what's up. Satwise knows. Satwise knows. That's why he's Satoshi wise. Haha. Very good. Okay, so. Real briefly, just I gotta say this every episode because it's part of the show now. Why do we save in Bitcoin? Because saving in Bitcoin is like going back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for, as long as you hold the Bitcoin that represents those hours. Dang, nailed it all in one breath. I'm getting better at that. Okay. My elevator pitch has been reduced down to like, what is that? 10 seconds? 5 seconds? I don't even know how long that was. Anyway. It's good. So, as the music fades away, we will now continue to talk about the topics of the day, recent topics. Okay, this is not the news. Don't worry, it's not news. It's just stuff that popped up in my stream, in my feed, and I thought I should make note about them and just kind of give you guys my thoughts on these things. Okay, I'm not trying to get political. Okay, I'm just pointing things out. Okay, these are all facts. Okay. These are all facts that shouldn't affect the way you stack. But you might be tempted to somehow let these things affect the way you stack. But don't. Just stack the way you stack, okay? Having just said that, you all know that I was a super fan of Swan Bitcoin. And I stopped using Swan. I went over to Strike, right? And since I know that some of you guys are on Swan still, I just want to make sure that you guys understand and know the recent things that happened over at Swan. I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, they released a lot of their employees, and they had a bunch of layoffs. Okay, like I think like a good amount of the people that worked there got laid off. Okay, and they were supposed to have had a Bitcoin mining farm that they were doing, right? And they announced that they're also not going to be mining anymore, or that's going to be shut down or something like that, right? Anyway, those things to me kind of stand out, and I just want to make sure that if you guys are stacking with Swan, I don't have anything against you guys stacking with Swan, okay? Let's just get it there. I don't, but I don't have anything against you guys stacking at Swan. But if you're stacking at Swan, just a word to the wise, these are signs to me that a company is not doing so well or as well as they thought, right? And so if you're holding your Bitcoin there and you haven't done the self-custody yet, now would probably be a good time to do that. Okay, I'm not saying that they're going to go down or they're going to go out of business, right? But if they were to go out of business, your Satoshis would be safe in your custody in a wallet that you have the keys for, okay? Which is what we talk about here on the show most of the time. I think we haven't mentioned it every single episode, which we should. But for the most part, you guys know where I stand on that. Stack sats, take custody of it. Stack sats, take custody of your Satoshis and put them in your wallet that you have the keys for, okay? Not your keys, not your cheese, okay? So if you're stacking with Swan Bitcoin, get the Satoshis out of there that you can withdraw right now. Get them out of there. So they're on your self-custody wallet. You should be doing that anyway, right? But just a little reminder that, no, I'm not saying that they're going to go down. I'm not saying that they're going out of business, but they did have a bunch of layoffs, right? And who knows what issues they're having or what the deal is there. But just in case something were to happen, you can just sit on the sideline with your popcorn watching if they go out of business or not go out of business, but your Satoshis are safe, okay? So that's specifically why I mentioned them. And just to make sure that you guys, if you have sats there, get them on your self-custody wallet. Let's go. Okay? Cool. Another little bit of news that came out, I think today officially is, I guess, the ETH ETF. I didn't know about it. I didn't care about it. I don't listen to ETH news, but it came across the feed and I was like, oh, that's interesting. It hasn't affected Bitcoin that much. So there's no price action difference. I guess we're like what? Nah, it looks like about average as far as the Bitcoin price goes. I don't think the Bitcoin ETH ETF affected the price of Bitcoin at all. So anyway, it's just worth mentioning. I don't even know why I bring it up. Just I guess to make fun of it, to say that. Oh yeah, by the way, Bitcoin came out with. Sorry, ETH has their ETF now. And it hasn't made a difference. I'm still gonna continue with my plan and keep stacking sats. Okay. If any of you guys are in Europe using Relay, okay, make sure you got your 12 words from the app before October. Oh my gosh, they're going KYC and oh nice, dude. Andrew, great to mention that, dude. Thank you so much. That's great. Yeah, exactly. Listen to Andrew, guys. If you guys are in Europe and you're using the Relay app, RELAI app, they're gonna do KYC. So make sure you get your 12-word seed phrase off of there before October 4th. Sorry, before October. That's interesting. It's interesting. Andrew, are you able to transfer? Like, are you guys able to use because I know Europe is like more strict on Bitcoin, right? It's like more strict on cryptos. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, all these little things that could happen, right? But yeah, if you have your keys, you should be good to go, and you can restore that Bitcoin to a different wallet, even if it isn't on the Relay app. Okay, as we've done here in the past on the show. I think we took a wallet from the Green app and restored it to the the Blue wallet. Restored it to the Blue wallet. So you can restore to a different vendor wallet as long as those wallets comply with the standard. It's pretty cool. All right. Next up on the list, I have Biden drops out of the race and endorses his VP Kamala. And does that matter to Bitcoin? Nope. Doesn't matter. Who cares, right? They're still part of the same snake, right? Biden, Kamala, Trump, they're all part of the same government system that's set up to keep the people poor and hypnotize them with the illusion of choice by having you pick a side, a faction, and say, oh, I'm a Democrat, oh, I'm a Republican, or I'm an independent, whatever. I vote for this guy, I vote for that guy, right? Even though in the end, they're both going to run the money printer and it doesn't matter who you vote for. Nothing's going to change, right? Money printer is going to keep going burr, right? So don't get hypnotized, don't get brainwashed, okay? They're all in it for personal gain, okay? Let's see. Andrew says some changes to banking rules in Switzerland conforming more to EU rules. Interesting. You can use your 12-word key phrase in Sparrow if required. Oh, that's true. I need to play with the Sparrow wallet, actually. That's good. Yeah, that makes sense, Andrew. So yeah, but you have to, but if you don't have those 12 words now, in October maybe they change it to where you can't get the 12 words unless you KYC. So yeah, you got to get your 12 words before October. Okay. That's where we're at here. Let's see. There's a Bitcoin conference coming up in Nashville, right? I think it might start on Thursday or Friday. Anyway, it's this coming weekend, right? And they have Donald Trump on the list of speakers, right? And I was like, oh, that's weird, right? And I was looking through the details of this, right? And you guys know how I feel about conferences in general. Like, I don't think you should be going to a conference if you don't have enough, if not even at 1 Bitcoin yet, right? If you're not at 1 Bitcoin, sorry to get all dad-like on you, but you shouldn't be wasting your money going to a conference to go listen to some people talk about Bitcoin and the same stuff they've been saying for years on YouTube, right? Or on a podcast, or even on X, right? Get to 1 Bitcoin at least, like Hard Huddle says, right? And maybe after that you can consider going to a conference if you're going for a specific reason, I guess, right? But otherwise, I think it's a waste of money, right? You're wasting your money for the flight, you're wasting your money for the room and board, and then you're gonna go to the actual conference. It's not free to go to the conference. Once you're in there, you'll probably be in a euphoric mood, spend more money that you should be spending on drinks or food or whatever, or even buying things there because it's in sats, right? And in the long run, after that's done, what did that do for your stack net, right? For your stack, before the conference, you had more sats, and after the conference, you had less sats, right? Even if you spend and replace, I think it's a waste of time, waste of money. But anyways, that's my stance on it. So right now in my life, as I do the show, right? So I thought it was funny that to have Trump as a speaker there, because the guy he's getting ready to do his 4th round of like Trump NFTs, right? So I'm like, what's that? How does that line up with Bitcoin, right? He's putting out like NFTs, and he's about to do his 4th round of Trump NFTs. So that's like totally not the idea here. On top of that, for only $60,000, so almost a whole Bitcoin, for almost a whole, for more than for slightly less than a whole Bitcoin, you can take your photo with Trump. Isn't that amazing? It's only going to cost you, let's see, Tennessean is like the local paper. Here it is. It's only going to cost you $60,000 to take a picture with them. But if you want to bring like you and a friend, or you and a significant other, per couple, it's $100,000 to take a photo with them, right? And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Here you are trying to save up to have 1 Bitcoin before you're trying to save up for 1 Bitcoin before Bitcoin goes parabolic on this bull run, and you're gonna go give your Bitcoin to Trump. Oh my gosh, exactly, Andrew. Oh jeez. So look, I don't care what your political views are, right? But we're all here to stack sats, right? Dude, come on. Save your sats. Anyway, so I'm sure that if Biden or Kamala does a speaking gig or whatever engagement, I'm sure they're also charging probably just as much for a photo with them or whatever, right? It's like it's a fundraising thing, right? So then when I see these numbers, and I see like, okay, well, that's a lot of money. If you get some people to take some photos with you, dude, that's 60,000, 100,000 per couple. Jeez, got a couple people out there, you're making some bank, right? There's also that. What was that? There's also that. For $844,600, you can attend the reception, and it includes a photo. They're not gonna charge you extra for the photo, but and a round table. You can sit there and listen to him talk or ramble, and you can ramble with him, right? But if you don't want to do that part, if you want to skip the nerd, just take the photo, then it's only 60,000, right? Only 100,000. What a value! What a value! Anyway, how many people are gonna go? How many people will be attending the reception? Right, that's a huge motivation, right? Okay, now if you were gonna get paid at least this much, right? Because I doubt it's only gonna be one person attending this donors reception, right? However much time, even if it gets 10 donors, right? That's a ton of money that you can scoop up in one night. If somebody was paying you that much just to show up and have dinner and talk with people, let them talk to you and stuff, right? Yeah, I'd go to the Bitcoin conference. Heck yeah, I'll go to the Bitcoin conference. I'll do the Ethereum conference. I'll do the Solana conference. I'll do whatever conference you want. If the donors are gonna put in $844,600 a pop just to see it, just to sit in a room with me, oh man, grifters gonna grift, guys. Grifters are gonna grift. Okay, so don't let the man let you think that he's pro Bitcoin, guys. He's pro money. He's pro getting your sats. Anyway, yeah. So those are the things I wanted to mention today and comment on. Don't get me wrong. I'll be watching the Bitcoin conference in Tennessee. I think it's like I said, this weekend for sure. Especially for the fireworks that what's his name, Max Keiser is gonna bring. I've been following Max Keiser for a while, and they call us third world, but we are free. Let's go, because I don't live there. Oh, it's true. Anybody can have a photo with me and shake my hand for 1 million sats. Let's go. Yes. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Nicely done, Andrew. Nicely done. That's so good. That's wild, guys. It's pretty wild. Anyway, so it was a little bit shocking, to see those numbers. We're over here trying to stack. We're over here trying to get to 1 Bitcoin, and we're so happy to have a quarter of a Bitcoin on the show. And I can't even afford a photo, dude. That sucks. That's so funny, dude. So good. But it's wild. My Lightning address is, let's see. Is it that one? Yeah, I think it's that one. I think it's stacksatshow@zbd.gg. But that's pretty funny. Anyway, I just thought with a little like tongue-in-cheek satire or like keeping things light and funny, I thought it'd be interesting to check out the current events or the latest things happening in the world, and just to acknowledge them and to say, you know what? Oh, I do have a strike address Satwise. My strike address is, let's see. I think I was able to get my own name because I signed up for Strike early enough. And I was like, sometimes when I see new things come out, I'll sign up real quick just so I can get my name. Let me see if I got it. Let's see here. I think it's, yeah, Roman Castro at strike.me. Bam. That's right. That's cool. McLovin in the house. What up? Round of applause from the live studio audience for McLovin. Yeah, dude, it's been going good. Roman Castro at strike.me is my strike address. I wonder if it lets me put it in here. There it is. Oh yeah. Oh no, that's not it. Oh, remove. Strike. There he goes. There he goes. Anyway, it's pretty wild, right, guys? A lot of stuff happening, and a lot of stuff to kind of just. I see it more as like entertainment at this point, you know, like, oh my gosh, I don't know. It's hard to say. Also, like, there's a degree of seriousness with politics and stuff that happens, especially when people get a little out of hand and get violent. So that kind of sucks. But besides that, I see it as like a kind of like a joke, really. Because in the end, it doesn't really matter who you vote for. We vote every day here for Team Orange. All right. So that said, that should conclude the Why We Stack segment. Hope you guys enjoyed today's shenanigans. Let's get into the stack recap. What up, Garrett? Good to see you in here. Don't worry, dude. It's never better late than never. Welcome. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Garrett, also from McLovin. All right, so I updated the spreadsheet today with the buys, and we applied conditional formatting, so we know on each time we purchased if we're in the green or in the red, if we lost money so far on that specific purchase, or if we gained on that specific purchase. Thanks, Garrett, for the formula. I didn't end up doing the actual difference. I just basically added the conditional formatting to the slide. Sorry, to the individual cells. And so now it's easy for us to see like that. Pretty much we're in green since we've been buying. Right? It's pretty wild. I mean, look at that. Okay, so on the May 4th? Oh, March 4th, we're down because we bought at 67,000 and it's actually 65. Okay, that makes sense. That's right. We bought in the 70s and the 69s. It's fine. Okay. Go down here. Yeah, it's good. Where's our German sats? Where'd the German sats go? There they are. We're in the positive for our German sats for sure. Got up about $5 there, up about $5, up $6. Yeah, see, should have bought the German dip. Okay, so I also added the satoshis that we were able to accumulate thanks to getting rid of the boxing or the Muay Thai gloves I had. So I sold a pair of gloves for $40, and immediately bought $40 worth of Bitcoin, but we bought it at 67,000. We're down on that a little bit, but it's okay because the whole point of it, what we're doing here is we're trying to liberate satoshis that are trapped in physical items around my house. Okay, so far I've sold the sewing machine. I sold it for $80. I bought $80 worth of Bitcoin when the price of Bitcoin was 54,150, and now the satoshis that represent that sewing machine, 147,864 satoshis are now worth $97.48 as opposed to $80, right? So even though I might have sold that for less than I would have liked to sell it for, I wanted to sell it for $90. Okay, and somebody said, "Will you take 80?" No, she said, "Will you take 70 or something like that?" Right? And I was like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe halfway. I'll sell it to you for 80 if you want to get it for 80." And she's like, "Okay, fine." So she bought it for 80, right? I wanted 90 for it, but I'm already at 97, right? So just by not having that thing at my house taking up space, I liberated those satoshis. Operation Flipping Sats, successful on this account, right? Also had a Pelican case that's been sitting in my garage forever. I never use it. I've always had it there just in case I wanted to do something with it, right? But I haven't done anything with it in the past, like, I don't know, since I've had it in 5 years. A friend gave it to me, right? So it's 100% profit. I sold it for $93. I wanted to sell it for $100, right? But I ended up selling it for $90, but I had an extra $3 in my account, so I just bought $93 worth of Bitcoin that day. at 56,640. That $93 has now turned into $108, and now I basically sold it for as much as I wanted to sell it, $100 plus an extra $8. So the only one that hasn't proven out yet is the gloves that I sold a couple days ago. Those are down a little bit, but who cares? All I care about is that these gloves are no longer sitting in my house, and they've transformed into 58,309 satoshis that I didn't have before. Okay, so when the Bitcoin rocket ship takes off, I'll have an extra 58,000 satoshis to gain, I guess, right? That can gain purchasing power. That can gain me purchasing power, right? So it's pretty fun. So that's another little thing we've been doing. I added all those together for a total of 370,000 satoshis. We added that to our overall stack here, and that brings our total before today's buy to 0.258732111 Bitcoin for the whole lifespan of the show. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Anyone remember the old Tootsie Roll commercial where everything turns into a Tootsie Roll? Ooh, that sounds awesome. Everything is BTC, babies. All right, so now that we know how much Bitcoin we're holding, and what the price of Bitcoin is today in 2024, it's above our average buy price of $59,724. So today we're gonna be buying $20 worth of Bitcoin right now, live on the show. It's time. It's time to stack some sats. All right. Hey guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thanks for letting me do this show. I hope you guys are having as much fun watching as I'm having making the show. It's cool to have a group of people that understand Bitcoin and that you can talk to realize that, hey, I'm not crazy. Okay? I might be a stackopath, but I'm not crazy. $20 worth of Bitcoin queued up for today's purchase of the Stack Sat Show. Dollar cost average, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. Join us. Bring a friend. And just like that, we have stacked another stack. And when we stack, we chill. But today, while we update the spreadsheet, with today's buy, I'm going to chill to a little different track. Okay? Let's chill to this track instead.
What do you do with the Bitcoin besides it just gather value?
Real estate developers in New York City, they're not buying the real estate because they want to live in it.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People that use fiat currency as a store of value, we call them poor. We call them poor. People that use fiat currency, we call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. We call them poor. There's a name for them. We call them poor. We call them poor. Okay? Right, like, the point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever more. Forever.
Right, I mean, right, but I mean, we can all...
Stat-wise, if you want it to pop up on the screen,
Forever more.
if you want it to pop up on the screen, you'll have to use the zbd.gg, because that one is linked up so that it actually prompts whatever you put in the note of that transaction. It'll put the note here on the screen, and it'll also make Ric Flair pop up and go woo.
That use fiat currency
I'm updating the spreadsheet, guys, while the music is playing. I'll bring you guys in over to that.
We call them the core. There's a name for them. We call them the core. We call them the core.
Ah.
We call them the core. 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 Okay.
Okay. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have our spreadsheet, and now our total is. Oh man, we made it. We're gonna make the 100th place move soon. So we're at 0.259 Bitcoin. Whoa! Wow, that's cool. Okay. I'll see what other tracks I had here, but let's keep it going with this one. Do you receive? Oh yeah. It should have popped up. Let's see. Yeah, I thought it would have a like where you put a note in the transaction. It should have that. Interesting. Because then what the ZBD app will do is it'll just take whatever you put in there and it'll put it on the screen as like a comment. That's interesting. Did you send sats, dude? Dude, thank you. Choo. Thanks, Satwise. Appreciate that. I promise not to spend them on Bitcoin conferences or pictures, unless it's a picture with Andrew. Oh my gosh! All right, Q&A. The night is young. It's 2:38 p.m. Pacific, 5:38 Eastern. Man, I don't know, guys. I feel like a stackopath, man. Like I'm in a point right now in my stacking journey that, like, if the price goes up, I'm happy. If the price goes down, I'm also happy. Like, I am okay, right? And I know it's like a privileged position to be in, so I try not to take it for granted. I do whatever I can to be around for my boys and my family and my friends, and do good in my society and my community, and just appreciate the fact that I'm employed, right? I'm employed and I'm able to jump on here every day and have 30 minutes to an hour, hang out with you guys and have fun, and hopefully inspire you guys to, or somebody that's new to watching the show, inspire you to just look into Bitcoin, right? To look at these numbers. To look at these numbers and realize that all of these purchases were done live during the show, and they were done slow and steady. $5 a day, sometimes 10, right? Slow and steady. We saved up, right? And we were able to gain 58% on that savings, right? So if I was saving to buy something that was $10,000, if I was saving for the past year, I would still not be at my target. I would still not be able to buy that thing I've been saving for that's worth $10,000. Okay. But since I've been saving in Bitcoin, I already can buy the $10,000 thing that I was going to save for, right? That's if I didn't understand Bitcoin and I just use it as a way to preserve value and to resist inflation, right? And it helped me get to my savings goal a little bit sooner, right? So instead of saving for another year or another 8 months to get to the $10,000 mark that I need to buy this fictional thing I'm talking about, whatever $10,000 is, I don't know, like a really awesome motorcycle, right? Let's just say I'm saving for a really awesome motorcycle that costs $10,000. If I would have been saving for a year, I still can't buy my motorcycle, right? But since I've been saving in Bitcoin, I could buy my motorcycle and I don't know, almost $2,000 worth of riding gear on top of that, right? Do I recommend that you sell your Bitcoin for a motorcycle? Hell no, right? But the idea is just to get you to see and to understand that the fact that you're saving in Bitcoin gets you closer to whatever goal you have, whether it happens to be a motorcycle, down payment on a house, or whatever, right? In my case, my goal is just to hold it forever and continue to get my 58% for however long I can hold it, and for however long my kids can hold it, and my grandkids and my grandkids' kids, right? People can stack for whatever they want. Exactly. The important part here is that if I would have been saving in cash, in dollars, not only would it be $7,181, but it would also be less potent money. Okay, what I mean by less potent money, it would be watered down wine, guys. It'd be watered down money, right? It would still be $7,480, right? But $7,480 today cannot buy the same stuff that $7,480 could buy a year from now, a year ago. Okay. So yes, you are retaining that number, but you're losing, you're still losing purchasing power, right? So it's going to cost you more, right? Because now let's say that motorcycle that I was going to buy, that cost $10,000, with inflation, the price has gone up. So not only has my savings lost purchasing power, but the things I want to buy are actually 58% more expensive, right? So now instead of having to save up $1,000 for the thing I wanted, maybe now it's worth it's $15,000 to buy that thing, right? So it's pretty wild. So that's what we see. That's what we say. Saving Bitcoin. It's super basic, right? You can go full on in-depth dive and read all the books and all the podcasts and all that good stuff and understand how it works, right? That's one avenue. That's one way you could do it. That's probably what you should be doing, right? And this sheet, why I share it and why I share this kind of stuff, right, are just different ways to present the same idea that if you're not holding Bitcoin, you're losing. Okay, you're losing constantly. Okay, I'm never selling my BTC for anything, right? It's wild, dude. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy. Cool. All right. I'll open it up to questions. If you guys have any questions, any requests, and that kind of stuff while we wait. But it's pretty crazy. The amount of people that are gonna miss out. That part kind of does make me a little sad. When Bitcoin goes crazy and like has a big pump, I'm happy, right? Because most of the people that have orange pilled, I think I've orange pilled most of the people that are close to me, right? Or I've attempted to orange pill most of the people that are close to me, and so I don't feel like a lot of them will be left behind when the price goes crazy. But I do still feel a little bit of a regret of not trying harder to orange pill the people that still don't want to get orange pilled, right? when the price goes up. It's like, dang, dude. Like, what do you do? Like, how do you approach it at that point? Like, okay, hey, you know, when I was telling you about Bitcoin, it was 24,000. Bro, it's like 60,000 now. And I'm not trying to say, told you so. Do you want to talk about Bitcoin or something? It's like, oh, I already missed it. No, you didn't miss it, dude. Right? It's like some people you just can't convince. And it makes me sad that I can't convince the people that I, Yes, it's sad. After this pump, all the comment people will be priced out. Yes, Andrew. And then it's going to be like, oh, nobody told me about this. And maybe nobody told them about that. That's true. I believe there's still people out there that haven't been orange pilled at. How do you say that? That haven't been. Do you think there's still people out there that have not been approached about Bitcoin? I'm not talking about somebody seeing it on the internet or seeing it in a newscast, right? I'm talking about people that don't have a friend or a family member that has told them, "Hey man, you should buy some Bitcoin," right? I don't think Bitcoin is big enough for everybody in the world to have had at least that one friend or that family member that says, "Hey man, you should buy some Bitcoin," right? I don't think so. I don't think it's that widespread. I think we're that early, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. So, let's end the show with this. In case you know somebody that doesn't know about Bitcoin or that needs to hear about Bitcoin, right? I think with the stuff we put together for this show, the day-to-day, the progress we've made, any reasonable person that sees the numbers, the spreadsheet that we have here for the show would on their own come to the conclusion that it makes sense to at least put a little bit of money into Bitcoin, right? So do me a favor and help me spread the word by liking if you haven't liked already, subscribing if you haven't subscribed. Of course, you guys have subscribed. But yeah, do me a favor, guys. We gotta get this message out. Gotta get the word out there. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Sats Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Later, guys.